What's up, diary? It's me, yes or no. And I call you guys my diary because that's essentially what you are. You know, deep personal thoughts that I should keep hidden, but instead I won't vomit them all over you. You're welcome. And so I thought, you know, why not make a series out of it? A little playlist. So I'm about to be doing this fun thing called Dating Diaries, where I tell you guys everything from my personal dating life. Ooh, actually, it's starting to sound kind of nerve-wracking when I put it like that. But yeah, let's talk about boys. Recently, I've had a few people tell me this thing that like dating in New York City is tough, which I seem to think is a myth, but to be honest, both these individuals have lived here for much longer than I have, so maybe I just, you know, maybe I'm seeing my future. But yeah, usually when people talk about dating in New York City being tough, they're talking about one of three things. Either, you know, it's tough because there are so many options, you know, like if you don't work out, then he's just gonna find some other fish in the Big Apple Sea. Or maybe it's tough because it's a transient city, so there are always people moving in and out all the time, so you think you found the love of your life, but oh, he's off to Vermont the next week. And then the third reason that people say dating in New York City is a little tough is because people are like hyper ambitious here, and so they're really focused on their careers, which doesn't leave much space or time for dating, which are all actually super valid points. People are right, dating in the city is tough, right? Give up, don't try. No, but to be honest, I don't really feel like I have the luxury of believing that dating in New York City is tough. So here's the thing, I don't think that I can believe that New York is a bad place for dating, because I sort of in my heart believe that New York's the place where I'm gonna find the type of guy that I want. And by the type of guy that I want, I mean somebody who's American but speaks multiple languages fluently and who has dreams bigger than most people's imaginations, you know, and also has the follow through of Nadal and Djokovic, you know, metaphorically speaking, of course, although I would not say no to a professional tennis player. Turns out, smart athlete is my type, or more specifically, Olympic Ivy Leaguers. Dated a couple of those since E1. That is funny. That is my actual type, though. And yeah, and true, honestly, okay, people are moving in and out of the city, but I also think that dating doesn't suck here. I don't know, I found all of the guys I've dated to have been like lovely humans who are incredibly intelligent. Like that is one thing you definitely get from dating in New York City, is these guys are ambitious and intelligent. And I find more or less that no matter where you are in this world, you know, kind of what you give to people is what you get back, right? So I've always authentically gone in just like with exactly who I am and what I want. And guys typically match that vibe. But now here's the thing, I don't think you can go into dating with this idea of, oh my gosh, I hope he likes me, right? Because I think if you go into dating with that perspective, then you might always feel like dating sucks, especially in New York City, when guys just move on because they're like, I can find another pretty girl anywhere. But that's not what dating is. Like 9 times out of 10, 99 times out of 100, you aren't going to like the guy that you go on a date with. So you shouldn't just be hoping that like, oh, I hope he likes me. You should be asking yourself, do you like him? Because if you're being honest, you know, the guys who don't call you back, they probably weren't guys who you were that into in the first place. Maybe the thing that people mean when they say dating's hard in New York City, maybe those are people who are doing a lot of online dating as well. Because, you know, I've done a ton of Hinge dating, and it's true, it is kind of hard to go through apps, because when you think about it, you're really reverse engineering the meeting process. You know, like instead, where in real life you typically like see somebody in a group of 100, you gravitate toward them, you're like, ooh, I like their vibe, I want to figure out more about them. In the dating realm, you're kind of like, oh, picture of somebody's face, picture of somebody's face, picture of somebody's face. Okay, I guess that looks nice. Let's meet up. And then when you meet up, you've already had a conversation, flirted a little bit. So now when you see each other, you've never felt each other's vibes, but you have this feeling like you should like each other. So now you see each other in person and you're kind of trying to force the vibe. And when you try to force the vibe and he doesn't text back later, or he doesn't treat you like you're the most amazing thing in the world, like, it makes sense. There was nothing there to begin with. But I don't know. I've found dating in New York to be quite lovely. I just haven't found my person yet. I don't know what accent I'm doing. I'm mixing like 20 together. It's gonna be hard for me to find a person who can handle all this. Now that I think of it. But I found dating in New York to be very welcoming, and the only downside was that the guy I liked, we had a few little incompatibilities. So that's the thing about New York, you know, you pick yourself up, you dust yourself off, and you move on. Moral of the story. And on that note, I have another date tomorrow. Video call. I am getting a little burned out, but whatever. This algorithm is gonna try and find love no matter how long it takes. I am feeling... Bye.